be able to record this information. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to be able to record this information and get this to somebody because somebody's going to need it. We're going to be changing lives tonight because all I see on my page on a continuous basis, not only on my page, in my inbox, is we are in a state of bondage due to financial hardship. Okay? Because of lack of knowledge within our communities, it is no short of lack of knowledge and lack of education, lack of wealth. There's always a wealth gap in our community. And you know what? It's time to end that. The time is over. It's time to end it tonight. Let's go ahead and share whatever we learned. Get your notebook out because we're going to be dropping some gems tonight. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get all together and say a prayer. Everybody bow their heads. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to come tonight. And before I get going, I want to thank you so much because no matter what we are doing, we want to thank you because nothing is going to be able to happen without you, Lord. Nothing is better ever to happen without you. We are not able to get on this call tonight. We are not able to share our contacts and network. We're not able to do nothing without you. This is not by accident, Lord. And I just want to thank you for all that is about to happen, all that is about to come. We're all going to be able to get off this call and be able to multiply in what we're doing in our life with our businesses and with our personal life. Everything is going to multiply. In Jesus' name we pray. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Amen. Let's go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on with this information because like Sherry said, this is infinite freedom. Infinite freedom and nothing short with infinite freedom means wealth. So I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about this platform and about the company, what we're about and what we stand for. Okay. Financial freedom. What comes with that? That is all about what infinite freedom is about. We are driven by a powerful mission. This mission is to empower the average American to build wealth and achieve financial independence. You cannot have a financial independence at all without having knowledge and understanding of what that takes and how to get there. You cannot achieve that. We believe that everyone deserves the opportunity to thrive and create a legacy. Man, that word is powerful. Legacy. Can someone drop legacy in the chat right now? We're going to create a legacy of prosperity for our families, regardless of their background or past experiences. It doesn't matter where we come from, where we've been, we should be able to create a legacy. And all that starts with financial freedom. Okay? Everybody knows that. I mean, all the wealth know that. They're constantly passing down something to their children and their children's children. So why can't we? We can, and we will be able to. Our goal is to create a positive community of like-minded individuals and business owners that work together to achieve financial freedom and live a life of true prosperity and abundance. And you can achieve that with group economics. Thank you. In this training, this training is for you. If you want to learn, for one, how to structure your credit profile, how to build business credit, how to acquire business funding, and lastly but not least, how to make passive income. This training is for you. So let's talk about it. Thank you. Imagine what your life would look like if you had success, finance, business, and growth. And you added that with having your personal life be at the best that it can be, where your children are happy, your relationships are healthy. And when you combine that together, what do you have? You got infinite freedom. You have infinite freedom when you combine that. That is right there is the ultimate goal. Here are some hard truths. In this training, what we wanted to bring to you guys, we didn't want to be able to fluff talk all night. about, oh, everything is perfect. Everything is amazing. There's, you're going to achieve this without no obstacles. No, we wanted to give you the hard truths as well. If you got low personal credit, you can just cancel Christmas on buying a car. You're not going to be able to buy that dream house. You're not even going to be able to rent an apartment. Okay, you go try to rent an apartment nowadays. They want deposit being about 5,000 or more. They want your credit score being dang near 700. They want references. They want to know what job you work at. They probably want to talk to your boss. It's hard out here, you guys. You know what I mean? And what they look at is credit a lot of times when it comes to getting just apartment. Another hard truth is, with no business credit, you're not going to get loans. You're not going to get that business credit card, and you're not going to be able to be bankable. Meaning the banks are not going to be trust you enough and give you enough lending to be able to take your business to the next level. It's not going to happen. Those are the hard truths. But don't worry. I'm going to show you, and we're going to show you how to create your own truth, just like we were able to with this platform. All right. Let's go ahead and look at some client testimonials. We have Katrina Morris, single mom. She started off with a credit score of 580. Her goal was to buy her family a home. And with the Infinite Freedom platform, she was able to buy a home, guys. When we're posting and when I'm posting testimonials and real client results, this is not a lie. We're not posting just fluff and just, oh, okay, that sounds good. That's something they got off the internet. No, these are actual clients, you guys. Okay, we're able to get people in to reach their goals because they've expressed their need. They've gotten involved with the program. They've gotten the results they need, and they also did their part, right? Because credit repair is not going to happen instantly if you're not doing your part as well. It's a whole financial literacy where that education comes in, and that's what we're here for as credit consultants, financial consultants, to lead and guide you guys. Let's go. Next client testimonial. We got Vance Lawson. Okay, this brother right here. Okay, he wanted to get some business funding. We were able to leverage his personal credit and also help build his business credit. The brother was able to get 140K. And what did he say to us? He wanted to let us know he was interested in more capital for marketing purposes and investing in other endeavors. After he was able to obtain capital, he was able to scale his business to multiple six figures. Okay, really, and he really liked the fact that with our program, it eliminated the guesswork. Okay, because just to be honest with you, this is a program and a system that helps you help yourself, because a lot of times we're busy. We don't have the time to sit there and a lot of times be able to go through and do all this research and, okay, how do I build this business credit? Okay, what do I have to download? Okay, how do I get you know what I'm saying, to make sure that I'm in compliance? It's a lot to do. So he was so happy to be with the program because we eliminated the guesswork, and he was able to get his business to the next level and get access to 150K, you guys. Let's go ahead and look at, this is good credit versus bad credit. Now, this is talk about your personal credit, okay? When you have good credit versus bad credit, let's look at like a mortgage rates, okay? With excellent credit, mortgage rates for someone, they're going to be able to get, you know, basically at a house that's basically $250,000, around that range of like 30-year mortgage, okay? They were able to get their rate in the 5% range. Excuse me, it says like the 3% range. Someone that had bad credit, their credit rate was their interest rate was much higher. So what did they end up doing? They ended up paying more than someone with good credit. So when you look at good credit versus bad credit, the person with good credit was able to save over the lifespan of a 30-year loan. They saved almost $50,000. If you look at it on a monthly basis, you know what I'm saying, someone's probably able to save $1,000 or even more because of just their credit, because of just their personal credit, right? So who can stand to save an extra like $1,000 a month because you're not paying so much on your mortgage payment? I think a lot of us can understand that. Just a second, does someone have a question? There's a Erica that has her hand up. All right, let me read your question. Question right here says, if someone has filed bankruptcy on your personal credit, are they still able to build business credit? Great question. Great question, Erica. If you have had a bankruptcy in your personal credit, yes, you can start building up your business credit. Are you as trustworthy with the lenders? You're not going to be looked at as being as trustworthy. What you might want to do is go ahead and look at some credit repairs, try to fix your credit. You can remove that bankruptcy. Okay. So that's a great question. And Erica, if you want to, you can get back to who invited you on that call, and they can give you some more education and more information on that to how to help you out. All right, I'm gonna keep going with the presentation. Now, how is your credit score calculated? 35% of your credit score is just your payment history. So anytime you might have a late payment, your payments are not on time, that's going to affect your credit score 35%. That's how you can drop your scores 100 to 200 points easily because of a late payment and because of your payment history, guys. Payment history is so important. Another 30%, which is a huge percentage of your credit score, is credit utilization. That's your credit card limits. If all your credit cards are maxed out, your credit score is going to drop. Okay, it's so important to manage your credit, your credit utilization with your credit cards. And we know life happens. Okay, we've all been there. Life happens to where, man, you look up and you're like, man, I got to use this for this, use this for that. Okay, you might have it. Sometimes your credit cards have gotten maxed out and gone into collections because you literally just had so many months of late point payments on your credit report. We can remove those late payments, and we also can remove those collections to help you out as well. Another calculation is 15% is the length of your credit. That means how many years you've had credit, is 15%. 10%, which isn't that much, but it's still a factor, is the types of credit you have. That's your credit mix. That's your loans versus your revolving credit. That's your installment loans, like car loans. It could be a loan that you have, a personal loan, and revolving credit is your credit cards. Okay. The last 10% that makes up your 100% is your credit inquiries. Those hard inquiries, those can affect your credit score 5 to 7 points, guys. Okay. So be careful on just running your credit and just applying, because because when you're running your credit and applying for stuff, that will bring your scores down as well. Okay, you might go look at buying a car, they might run your credit and it's gonna drop you. All right, so how to maximize your personal credit? For one, you're gonna remove the negative items. That is so important when it comes to personal credit. Second, you want to manage your credit card utilization. Just like I said, that's 30% of your score, guys. So you want to manage that. Also, adding primary and authorized trade lines. So that's primary trade lines. Those are your own personal credit cards. Authorized user trade lines. Those are if someone was to add you as an authorized user on their credit card. That can help you a lot, guys. Okay. So you look right here. This is a great, credit factors of a great credit profile. This is what you want your credit profile to look like. 100% payment history, 8% credit card use. If you under 10%, you're great. You're good to go. They say 30%. You want to be under 10%, guys, okay? You want 0 derogatory marks on your credit profile. Your age of history, okay? You want, look at that. It says 7 years, okay? That's great, okay? Total accounts, 31 accounts, that's great, okay? That's a great mark. And then for hard increase, they only have 1. You know what I mean? If you don't want to run your credit up a lot, you don't want to keep applying for stuff. All right, let's look at some client results. These are our real clients, guys, okay? You can see what has been changed on their report, okay? This is showing remove accounts from the report. That's everything from a Capital One card. These are credit cards removed. Look at this in the middle, a bankruptcy removed off of our client. I've had 4 clients that's gotten their bankruptcy removed, including myself. This is why I'm so passionate about this, okay? I'm gonna tell you straight up. After I got out the military, you know, I was going through a divorce. I had to file bankruptcy way back in 2012, 2013. That plagued me for a long time. So when I was able to get that bankruptcy removed, it helped me tremendously. Look at this on the right, all these inquiries removed. That's going to help you boost your scores up. If it's not attached to a open current account or a closed account, we can remove those inquiries, okay? Let's go. So, all right, there we go. We're gonna go to the next one. So right here, guys, we're gonna basically, right now, I wanna go back to my sis and my good friend of mine, Sherry. She's gonna go ahead and introduce your next presenter. You guys wanna get your pen and paper, keep it out, okay? Let's go.
So y'all need to light up the chat because Sparkle just dropped some gems. Come on, guys, light up the chat. I'm not gonna keep going unless y'all light it up. She dropped a major gems, guys. You could save up to $50,000 just from having good credit when you're purchasing a home. You could also realize that your score, if you don't set up a good system where you're gonna be able to pay your bills on time, you could lose 100 to 200 points. That is a lot of good information, guys. So it's a lot of strategy involved, and I want you guys to understand that you may have learned a lot of things in the past, right? You want to forget it. I know I ain't learned personal credit in school, but I know you hear a lot of stuff. We all on YouTube University. We all on Google. You're over here trying to figure out, how do I build this business credit? How do I get my personal credit right? I don't want to pay nobody to do it. I just want to do it myself. I'm here to tell you, if you are not the type of person to be diligent and to be able to stick through every step of the process, don't do it. Pay somebody else to do it. We are the experts and we know what we're doing. So like this slide said, you want to forget everything that you've learned about business credit. Now it's time for you to learn the right things, right? How are you going to fund your goal? Drop some money back in the chat if you came here because you wanted to get some money for your business. You have a business idea, or you started a business already. COVID, everybody started a business during the pandemic. You started a business already and you don't know what you're doing. You haven't scaled your business the right way. Let me know who I'm talking to. Drop some money back in the chat, guys, because now this is when we really turn the presentation up. You learn all that personal credit had to do for you, but what is business credit going to do? That's the real game. Business credit and business funding, that's what's going to change all of us to get that infinite wealth and that infinite freedom. So, all right, I see a lot of money back. So y'all came for the money, right? Y'all want to know how to get that 150K? All right, so I'm going to tell y'all, that's not my thing like that, you know, but my business partner, Daryl, woo, let me tell you something about Daryl. Like, this guy's the GOAT. When they say, y'all see all them gurus online, my dude is low key, but he got a lot of information, guys, and he's going to give you gems that is just going to blow your mind. Like, I'm telling you, like, when it comes to business credit and business funded, this is the dude right here. So without further ado, I'm telling you, he's amazing. He's hardworking. I don't know when he sleeps. I don't know when Daryl gets to do all this stuff, but he breathe wealth, and he's a walking testimony himself. Everything that he's going to present to you tonight in this presentation is because he's done it. He's walked the walk. He's done every single thing he's about to tell you. He fixes personal credit. He used the money that he gained from personal credit to buy a car. I don't want to tell all his secrets, but Daryl, did you make it to the call? Because I'm just so excited. Like, you don't understand. Like, y'all about to get major gems.
Absolutely. Wow. Guys, definitely type WW in the chat for Miss Sherry Ann Francis. It's Miss Sparkle Henderson. Man, type WW for wealthy women. You know, they're wealthy and not just finances, but, you know, in spirit and mind. You know, I really salute those women. They inspire me every day as well. They're very hardworking. You know, they're both phenomenal mothers. You know, they have full-time jobs and careers, and they still find time to pour into people and teach people this financial literacy, which is so important in our community. So I'm definitely going to jump right off into this, guys, before I show you guys this phenomenal information, you know, that changed my life and the life of so many other people. I'm gonna just tell you guys a backdrop upon what got me here. You know, I actually never knew about financial literacy growing up. I was one of those people that had a 400 credit score coming out of high school because my parents put bills in my name. Okay. Some of you guys may be able to relate to that. It wasn't until like 2016 until I really understood the importance of credit. You know, I needed a car, couldn't get approved for one, couldn't even get an apartment in my name. It was jacked up. Okay. Long story short, you know, I actually ended up going through a credit repair program that took me from 450 to 700 in 6 months. All right. It was so mind blowing, and like it changed my life so tremendously. I just started telling all my friends and family about the same platform that I signed up for. And I just wanted them to have good credit. All right. You know, we're not taught financial literacy in school, about credit or finances, anything of that nature. I just wanted everyone surrounding me to live a better life. You know, fast forward, I actually end up learning more about how to fix my own credit myself. You know, I end up, creating a business. I started teaching other people how to do the same. You know, I personally help hundreds of people. I've taught hundreds of people how to fix their credit, who also have impacted thousands of people from us as a collective. So definitely don't take this information for granted. You know, this literally changed my life, for myself, for my children, for my family, and so many other people as well. And our goal is to impact over 1 million lives over the course of the next few years, guys. So definitely excited to go over this information with you. I want to start off by saying that, you know, forget everything you've learned about business credit. Sometimes people come to me and they, you know, think they got it figured out from watching a couple of TikTok videos. Guys, when I show you this information, you're going to be much ahead of the game than anybody else, 90% of people on the internet. All right. So first and foremost, you want to understand that, you know, a lot of you guys are looking to get business funded. I know we got two type of people on this call. One type of person is looking to fix their personal credit. They're just looking to purchase a home. Type of one in the chat, if that's you. You're just looking to increase your personal credit. You're not really interested in starting a business, but you're just looking to buy a home within the next 3 to 6 months. You know, we definitely have the tools and resources to help you guys do that. Type of two in the chat if you're interested in building business credit and getting funding. You know, you may be looking for anywhere between 50,000 to 250,000 in funding so you can build $1 million business. Okay, you may feel like you want to be the first millionaire in your family. You want to build generational wealth. You want to have big impact. You want to be a philanthropist. You want to give back. So you can't give back until you get to a certain level of financial freedom yourself. And you got to understand that most businesses fail due to a lack of access to capital. They simply run out of money. So getting access to funding is very crucial and pivotal if you're going to build a big business so you can scale. All right. So understanding there's 3 things that have been stopping you from getting the access to the capital to, build a successful business. So starting off first, right? Personal credit is the foundation of getting access to business funding. I know so many people that come up to me and they're like, hey, I'm looking to build my business credit. I'm trying to get $50,000 to $150,000 in funding. I have an amazing idea. I'm going to blow up. If only I could get this money. And I'm like, what's your personal credit score? They say, oh, it's a 500, but I'm trying to build up my business credit. Okay, I like to give this analogy for you guys so you can help understand this, because the banks aren't in business of losing money, and that's where you're going to get the money from, okay? Let's say we have a grown adult person, right, that's living in the shelter, and they barely can feed themselves. They barely can clothe themselves. They can barely take care of themselves. Would you say that person is a good candidate of having a child? Well, that's how a bank looks at you when you're looking to start a business, because the business is your baby. They're going to want to check on your personal finances as an individual because you're the business owner. Okay. They're not, your business isn't going to, as a startup business, you're not separate of the business. Okay. So if you can't take care of yourself, how can you take care of your business? So understand that personal credit is going to be the foundation to getting access to funding, but a lot of people get scared away from it. Okay, if you're serious about getting 50,000, 250,000, if you're serious about getting building $1 million business, like the simple task that you have to take to fix your personal credit it shouldn't be that big of a deal to you, okay? And this is simply why personal credit is going to impact your chances of getting approved for business funding. I mean, it decreases your credibility, all right? Lenders, they're going to use your personal credit to check the trustworthiness of you, right? It impacts the loan amount. It's different variables. People come to me like, hey, how much can I get approved for? It depends on how your personal credit profile is structured. It's different strategies and hacks that you have to take. Banks do something that's called comparable credit. They lend to you based upon how other banks have already lended to you. So if you have your highest credit card is a $200 to $300 secured credit card, and then you go off and try to get a $20,000 to $50,000 business credit card, they're going to be like, this doesn't make sense. But understand that it's hacks that you can leverage. And I'm going to speak about that that can help change the game for you. All right. Also, building business credit. Just understand that personal credit is the foundation to building business credit. All right. But don't be scared of that. Understand that I went from a 400 to a 700 within 6 months. Everyone on this call can do the same thing. It all starts with your mindset. It all starts with your priorities, you know, because I'm pretty sure the low amount that it may cost to get your personal credit fixed, or the time you may have to put into it to fix it yourself, I mean, is more beneficial than doing a lot of other things that we do on a consistent basis that don't serve us. All right. So the number two thing that has been stopping you from getting access to this funding, guys, is that you're simply not a business credit expert. All right. And understand that, you know, good business credit is a must if you want to get approved for high limit business funding. You're looking to get the high limits. You're not going to do that without increasing, building up your business credit the right way and structuring your business appropriately also. But this is the advantages of having good business credit. All right. So boom, you can get better terms in the size of credit limits. All right. So typically, let's say of American Express, they'll give you a 5,000 card on your personal credit. Guys, with business credit, they typically give you 10 to 100 times more. Because think about it, as a person, as a personal individual, what do you actually need to fund? Your biggest purchases is going to be what, a car or a house, and you're going to finance that with a lender. But besides that, what are you really purchasing that costs a lot of money? Probably a TV, a laptop. But if you actually have a business that you're looking to scale, you may have to buy 100 laptops. So that's why they fund the business higher capacities. All right. And also you have greater funding opportunities. I mean, with a personal individual, I mean, the only funding opportunities you have is what, a personal loan and a credit card. What else is you going to get? Right? With business credit, guys, you can get approved for net 30, net 60, net 90-day terms, revolving lines of credit, term loans, revenue-based loans, corporate charge cards, equipment financing, real estate financing, completely in the business name. You know, it just opens up greater possibilities of, you know, doing creative financing. So this is where you definitely want to have your pen and notebook out. Understand that it's 7 simple steps to build your business credit. All right. These are the 7 steps. First and foremost, guys, you want to establish your business credibility. What does that mean? Okay, you don't want to be writing down a home address on a loan application. You need to have at least a virtual address set up. All right. You can get that set up with iPostal or Regis or what have you. You don't want to have a personal email as well. You don't want to be using a Yahoo or Gmail account, anything of that nature. You actually want to have a business email. You want to have a business phone number. You don't want to be using a cell phone number. Guys, 90% of business owners get denied for funding because they don't meet lender compliance. You know, we actually help you get your business in compliance for free. We have software to help you do so. So definitely you want to establish your credibility. Then you want to have starter business credit accounts. Okay. Those are just like net 30 vendor accounts. You know, and that's where you just start purchasing basic items for your business, you know, whether it's notebooks or t-shirts, anything of that nature. That's just going to start establishing your business credit scores with the business credit bureaus. All right. So business credit bureaus consist of Equifax Business, Experian Business, Dun & Bradstreet, and Credit Safe. They're not going to pull from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian like personal credit. All right. So you want to start those starting at 30 accounts so you can actually have a business credit score. Guys, so business credit works in tiers. It goes from tier 1 all the way over to tier 4. A lot of you guys are looking to get funding completely in the business name that's separate from the personal social. That's tier 4 accounts. You can't get to tier 4 without starting off at tier 1. So tier 1, that's the starter business accounts, right? Now you want to try to monitor your business credit and do some advanced business credit strategies on tiers 2 and 3, and you can typically get to tier 4 within a 3 to 4 month time frame. Okay, and that's when you get to tier 4, where you basically get approved for funding completely in the business name. That's what it means to become bankable. Okay, you're able to get approved for business credit and funding completely in the business name that's separate than a personal social. So all of this is just about improving the credibility of your business and separating it from you as an individual, so it can stand on its own as a its own entity, right?
Our business success system is
So this, guys, is what our software looks like. We basically have the most advanced software on the planet, you know, AI generated, to help a business owner structure their business credit properly and build business credit fast as possible to get maximum funding in the shortest period of time. We literally take you step by step along the way, as far as, you know, setting up lender compliance, you know, setting up your business credit reports, building business credit from tier 1 to tier 4. We help you get access to funding. We have access to over 200 different lenders, guys, where we can help you get approved for whatever type of financing you're looking for: real estate, vehicles, credit and loans, revenue-based loans, SBA loans, whatever you name it, we have it. All right. We also help you improve your web rating score. So understand, building business credit is just about building your business credibility. Banks aren't in business to lose money. They're going to Google you. They're going to Google your reviews and all that good stuff. They want to make sure that you're actually a reputable business. We can help you improve your web rating score as well. We can even help you come up with a exit strategy for your business. We have a bonus section with a bunch of resources and tools. Guys, we even have a virtual coach that walks you step by step through the entire process. Check this out.
extensive educational tool that teaches you how to access business financing, build business credit, and much more. The system lets you see available funding programs so that you learn what it takes to pre-qualify for each program. It makes sure your business has completed all the items of lender compliance so that lenders do not classify your business as having a high risk of default. The system helps you build strong business credit scores with the top credit reporting agencies, and it assists you in optimizing the personal credit scores of the business owners. Once all that is done, the system gives you access to over 3,000 vendor credit lines for every product and service imaginable. The process is laid out in a step-by-step manner that is extremely comprehensive and very easy to follow. The goal is to have your business be viewed by lenders and credit providers as having a low risk of default, and therefore give you much more access to capital at significantly higher amounts and better rates.
Absolutely. Like I say, guys, I'm pretty sure you guys never seen anything like that before. Type up some fire in the chat if you guys enjoyed that video. It's literally nothing that exists like this on the planet. All right. Next slide. Okay, so guys, this is how you get maximum funding for your business. Okay, if you're trying to get business funding completely in the business name, separate in the personal social, the foundation is personal credit. Don't be scared by that. I don't care what your credit score is, what's on it, how it's looking right now. You can maximize your personal credit within 3 to 6 months. All right. Second step is business credit. All right. Making sure you get in business compliance and simply building up those tiers from tier 1 to tier 4 to maximize your business credit scores with the top business reporting agencies. All right. Okay. Third, guys, let's say you even have that in order. Let's say you got a good personal credit score. You got a good business credit score. What do you do now? Most people aren't going to have the right funding strategy. Okay. And if you don't have the right funding strategy, and if you don't utilize the strategy with the right precision, it can be detrimental to you for 6 to 12 months. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So this is going to be the business funding checklist. Foundation, guys. We want at least a 680 score. Honestly, banks are tightening up right now because of what's going on with the economy. You really want at least a 700, 720. That's what I recommend. All right. You want your business to be structured properly, making sure it's in compliance. All right. Having a virtual address, a phone number, business email. All right. Having all that good stuff in place, business phone number, just those foundational items. Then you want a strong business credit score as well. And typically with a startup business owner, you have a lot of funding products that you can choose from: revenue, SBA, whatever you have. But typically, most big startup business owners, they're looking to do a credit card and loan stacking strategy because they're looking to get anywhere between 50,000 to 250,000. So let me break that down, what it means for you guys. If you're looking to get 50,000, 250,000 for funding for your business, understand that it's not going to be one credit card. It's not going to be one loan. All right. What you're going to have to do is understand that different banks, different lenders pull from different credit bureaus. All right. So you have to do credit and loan stackings of knowing what banks pull from what bureau, so you can apply simultaneously in a specific order to get approved for maximum funding with the least amount of inquiries. All right. So let me give you an example. Let's say that Bank of America, they pull from Experian. All right. Navy Federal pulls from TransUnion. Well, PenFed, they pull from Equifax. All three of those lenders have high limit products, meaning that they're going to give you high limit credit cards or business lines of credit. Well, guys, check this out. If you pull from each of those banks on the same day, you're going to get each of, let's say you apply for a credit card, you get 3 credit cards, one of each from each of those banks, but you only get 1 inquiry per bureau. All right. So you can rinse and repeat this process and get anywhere between 8 to 12 cards and only 3 to 4 inquiries from each different bureau. And that's how you're going to collectively get the 50 to 250,000 in funding. All right. Definitely put a 1 in the chat if that was your first time hearing that. And I'm going to go even deeper with you guys. I typically, can make anywhere between 4 and 5 grand just from this funding strategy that I usually help my clients with. I'm giving this to you guys for free tonight. All right. So definitely want to take a screenshot of this. This right here is the $150,000 funding strategy. We posted on Facebook telling you guys how to get access to 150,000. It wasn't no cap in that. That was completely legit. And I'm about to break it down exactly what that looks like. First thing first is, guys, you want to have the 80 plus unsecured business funding estimator score. All right. You want your business credit scores to be up to a certain amount. And you also want at least a 720 plus personal credit score. Now, this is what you're going to do, guys. You remember I was talking about comparable credit on how banks lend to you based upon how other banks have lended to you, where you're like, well, if no bank has given me a high limit, how do I? This is the strategy on how you're going to maximize your comparable credit trade lines, guys. So credit unions is where you want to start off at. They typically give out higher funding amounts than tier 1 banks, right? They have what you call signature term loans. You guys may have heard on the internet about no doc loans, right? You can basically walk in, as long as your credit profile is good to go, business credit is good to go, they'll give you at least 20 to 30,000 in funding. I would say anywhere between 20 and 30,000, no doc signature term loan. So guys, this is 3 different credit unions I recommend. Unify Financial, they pull from Equifax. Okay. Alliant, they pull from TransUnion. PSECU, they pull from Experian. You want to establish relationships with each one of these different credit unions. Okay. So when you go and get the signature term loan, anywhere between 20 and 30 grand from each bank on the same day, you're going to get anywhere between $60,000 to $90,000 as long as your profiles are in place. All right. Now, what you're going to do with that 60 to 90 grand, you're not ready to go spend on your business yet. You're not ready to go on a vacation. You're not ready to go buy Gucci, Chanel, Versace. Don't do none of that. This is what you're going to do. You're going to create a high limit trade line in your business name with that funding. This is how you're going to do it. First thing first, you want to go to a tier 1 bank. What's a tier 1 bank? That's Chase. That's Bank of America. That's Chase. I won't recommend Wells Fargo. Let's say US Bank, Chase or Bank of America or what have you, right? American Express. What you're going to do is get a certificate of deposit, okay, with that 60 to 90 grand in the tier 1 bank. All right. And then what you're going to do is tell the tier 1 bank that you want to get a business line of credit out and use the CD as collateral. Okay. So once you get the business line of credit out, they're going to do it because you already have the money sitting in a CD. Guys, that 60 to 90 grand is going to appear on your business credit reports. So now check this out. Other banks with the comparable credit, they don't see that you have the CD. All they see is that you have the business line of credit open. So now they see that, hey, Chase just gave him 60 to 90 grand. I'll give him similar amounts. So now you want to do the credit card stacking strategy that I went over. And now you're going to get anywhere between 50 to 75,000 doing the credit card stacking strategy as well. Guys, type 150K in the chat if you got some value from that tonight. That's a major key. Here's a client testimonial. You know, we actually helped Katrina do this exact strategy. All right. She was able to go out there and do a credit card stacking strategy. She got a 75,000 business line of credit, got approved for loans and multiple credit cards. Guys, that changed her life. Okay. It's simply because it's strategy. You know, what you don't know, it will hurt you. You know, you don't know this. It's just about going through the process though. And you can literally build generational wealth simply from fixing your personal credit and business credit. Now let's talk about the value. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are looking like, hey, you guys, just from the information I gave you, you can go out there and execute a lot of this stuff for free. You know, you still got to try to work it out and figure out how to maneuver through it. Well, let's talk about the value of if someone actually helped you hands-on do a lot of this stuff with you and for you. All right. What would it be worth for a person that helped you go out there and get, you know, $150,000 in funding so you can fund your business to scale to multiple 6 figures or even 7 figures? What would you pay for that? Or what would it be worth? What's the value of it? You know, our business credit software, that's normally, you know, that's worth $3,500 alone. You want weekly coaching sessions? That's about $5,000 a year. What about someone do your credit for you for a full year? What's that worth? What would you pay? It's typically around $3,500. We have an exclusive Facebook group where we give a ton of game, weekly calls. You're able to connect with like-minded people that can really, your network is your net worth. We have a phenomenal network, all right? It's normally $300 to be in that group. Funding calls, guys, that's normally like $2,500. 1 year of business credit coaching to help you take you, you know, from start to finish as far as building up your business credit. You know what I mean? What would you pay for that? If someone will walk you hand in hand and do a lot of those things for you and with you so you can get the funding that you want for your business. Guys, I mean, I would say it's easily worth $17,000 in value, right? If a person can really help you go out there and achieve that, easy. Well, guys, we're doing something special tonight for everyone on this call. We got an amazing special for you guys. Guys, if you're just looking to build up your business credit and get access to that virtual business credit software where the virtual coach will literally walk you hand in hand from start to finish of structuring your business and building up business credit from start to finish, the exclusive software, it's just a one-time fee of $497. It's normally $997. You're going to get full system access to funding programs. Guys, you're going to get step-by-step virtual coaching. All right. But let's say, hey, I don't want a virtual coach. I want a live coach, you know, because she's already automated. Let's say that you want one of our business credit coaches to work with you, to be dedicated with you for a full year and lock in with you hand in hand, weekly calls, doing a lot of the items for you and with you. So you get the whole entire virtual business credit system with the virtual coach, but you got a dedicated business credit coach that's going to do a lot of these items for you and with you for a whole year. Guys, that's normally $3,000. We're doing a special just for tonight. Okay. People love paying that price as well. Just for the people on this call for the next hour. Okay. It's only a one-time fee of $14.97. Okay. Like I say as well, we got a lot of people on the call. They're not business owners. They're just looking to, you know, build the foundation. They're trying to fix their personal credit so they can actually buy a home. Or they're just looking to do the foundation so they can start building business credit. Then, you know, so they can get access to funding. Guys, we got a phenomenal credit repair program where we do all the work for you. We're not like one of those companies that, you know, tell you to print off your letters and go to a post office and mail this and you got to get this back. What if we took off all the legwork and we done it for you? Okay. Understand that we use advanced credit repair strategies. A lot of people are still using stuff from the 90s that simply don't work anymore. Guys, we use Metro 2 in consumer law. Basically, you have a law that was passed called the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Okay, that right has loopholes in it that you have rights as a consumer that you can leverage to legally get anything removed off your credit report, whether it's a bankruptcy, repossession, eviction, late pay. It doesn't matter what it is, guys. We can literally help you get it removed from your credit. Guys, you got a client portal. We got customer service. You're going to get free credit monitoring, identity monitoring. It's normally $297 to get started. We're waiving the activation fee for everyone on this call. Guys, it's only $147 to get started tonight. Okay. So you definitely want to get back with the person who invited you on this call so we can really take your life to the next level. You know, a lot of people, you know, I have people that honestly been reaching out to me since 3 years ago, and they're still in the same position. And then I see them at the club on the weekends, literally spending more money on things that don't benefit them, and they could have literally changed their whole lives by this point, you know. And if we do what we always done, we're gonna get what we always got. We also got a phenomenal opportunity if you guys may be looking to earn additional income, offering the services as well. You know, we got stay-at-home moms, we got business owners, we got corporate employees, we got teachers. You know, just if you're looking to earn a side business, it's not like one of those network marketing opportunities where you got to pay or anything like that. But if you're looking to just partner up with us to serve other people, you know, we got an amazing comp plan where you can actually earn upwards of 30% commission per client you refer over for all of our products. So yeah, you definitely want to get back with the person that invited you on this call so we can really make 2023 your breakthrough year. Hopefully you guys got value, and I'm gonna give it back over to Miss Sherry Ann Francis.
Wow. Daryl, calm you down real quick. I don't know if y'all got that infinite sign on y'all emojis, but find it and drop some infinite freedom for our sign in there. Drop some infinite signs in the chat, guys, because everything Daryl just went through, he just took us through a walk in the park where you get to understand how your personal credit is going to impact business credit, how business credit is going to impact funding. That was some major gems. Like I told y'all, I'm a nerd, so I took some notes. And, you know, every time Daryl talk, I learned something new. So how many of y'all going to go out there and try that Bank of America strategy? I didn't know they only pull from Experian. That was major game right there, guys. Like, you got to know this information to be able to execute it. And the way Daryl just laid it all out, I'm just in awe to know that I'm connected to somebody that could be able to help me and help you guys grow. So I know you guys seen it. You've seen the vision we're trying to paint here. We started off by saying that the goal is to get infinite wealth. The goal is to be able to live that life that you want. We all want to go on vacation. We want that time freedom, right? And in order to do so, if you just want to work on your personal credit, that's also going to give you wealth. If you just want to work on your business credit so that you could start in your business adventure, you're in the right place, guys. So you guys seen it. Get back to the person who got you to this call. And like I keep saying, share the information. If you're already in our Facebook group, make sure you guys share. Make sure you guys invite to the next call. We're going to host these calls. So we want to make sure that you guys are plugged in with us. But I'm not going to hold you any longer. We've been on here for an hour, but I want to give it back to you guys for staying on the call. All 38 of y'all, I seen it. You guys stayed on the call for 1 full hour. That shows me that you are serious about your goals. So make sure you do get back to the person who invited you to the call. Have a great night, guys.